I am concerned about the future of entertainment and the allure of the video game world and the Netflix world. I know I talk about this too much, but there are friends of mine that are extremely, very much looking forward to the new Harry Potter game and just any game that's about to come out in the next couple weeks in general. And the attitude that I get is that their main source of joy is going to be engaging in this form of entertainment in another world. Like this is a virtual world, and it is virtual entertainment, as opposed to the world that we occupy. One way to look at video games is as if they're remixing nature, and they're taking out the coolest parts of nature and artistic creativity and putting them into a game that we can interact with, which is really cool. And that is really, like I talk about this in the trichotomy of goal orientation, this can be something to be engaged in, but it's not an escape. It should never be something it should never be an escape. It should never be the next great thing that you're looking forward to indulging in to get away from the world. We want to be embracing this world. So one way to look at this is like 5 years from now, what will you look back on and think of as valuable that you're glad that you did, and what will you regret, and what will you wish that you had improved on? When I look at the next 5 years, I don't want to look back and think about I spent another 100 hours in Monster Hunter. I do want to spend a few hours in Monster Hunter, and maybe if that adds up to 100, where that's involving bonding with friends and engaging in the art, I would value that. But if it's escapism, if it's indulging, and if it's the main source of joy that I get out of my day, I don't want to engage in video games in that way. The point I'm trying to make is that if you're going to engage in video games, do so mindfully. Everything that we want to do in this life, we want to do mindfully, because it allows us to have more intention. It allows us to be more engaged in what we're doing. So one way to garner more respect and more engagement in what we're playing is to study video game creation, or just look at watch the credit roll. Like try to if you can find information on how the game was developed, if there's like cool sound design techniques, like in the game Republic Commando, fantastic PC game. It came out like 15 years ago or so, maybe like 20 years now. This sound design, like they did all their sound design from scratch, and you can hear it. But it wasn't until I watched the video of them breaking that down and like showing, oh, this is how we made this crunchy sound, this is how we made the Wookiee blaster sound. It wasn't until I watched that I really and then replayed the game, that I really respected that. So I kind of noticed that there's something that can be valued more from that, I believe. So that's one way to do that. And another way to get the most out of the video game that you're playing is to set aside that time and make it a dedicated, intentional thing. Don't get sucked into it. Don't be like, I'm going to get off work and my only way of cooling down is to play video games. The way to cool down from work is meditating, in my opinion, or doing something that's very relaxing. And it can be a relaxing game, but yeah, if it's an escape, then at least tell yourself that you're escaping. Be honest with yourself, and don't cheat yourself out of this life. So we can respect the artist when we're engaging in video games, as well as Netflix or whatever we're watching. Try to see what lessons we can take away from that for our real life, and apply them in our real life, and reflect on the efforts that went into the game. However you can do that, try to do that. I hope this makes sense.